What you are about to hear is not a theory. Every fact in this video is sourced from public record, congressional testimony, federal filings, documented reporting. Nothing has been invented and nothing has been exaggerated. This is the story of what happened to America's most sensitive defense and aerospace scientists between 2022 2026 and what was happening around them while nobody was watching. In June 2022, Amy Eskridge, an aerospace researcher working on anti-gravity propulsion in Huntsville, Alabama, died of a gunshot wound ruled self-inflicted. Before her death, she recorded herself describing 4 to 5 years of sophisticated surveillance, an Eastern European man in a Lexus with rotating dealer plates, a spoofed Uber application used to intercept her travel, the plates matching the app, the car bearing no Uber branding, plates changing in front of her face. That is not a stalker, that is foreign intelligence tradecraft. In 2023 and 2024, 2 scientists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory died within a 2-year window. Michael David Hicks, 24 years at JPL, Frank Mulwald, a space research specialist. 2 of 4 JPL deaths or disappearances documented in 3 years. In May of 2024, Air Force Intelligence Officer Matthew Sullivan, Bronze Star recipient who served the National Air and Space Intelligence Center, the NASA, and the Air Force Intelligence Decorative, died of a 4-drug cocktail 2 weeks before his scheduled congressional testimony on UAP programs. No federal investigation was opened for 2 years. At his funeral, a senior Department of Defense officer stood at the podium and said, "He carried secrets that very few in this nation truly understand." Then, in the summer of 2025, in 90 days, 4 scientists vanished. Anthony Chavez, Los Alamos National Laboratory, America's primary nuclear weapons research facility. Monica Reza, Director of Materials Processing at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, co-inventor of advanced aerospace superalloy on a classified Air Force program. Melissa Casius, also Los Alamos, and Stephen Garcia of the Kansas City National Security Campus, a nuclear weapons component production facility. All left on foot, all left phones or wallets behind, all are still missing. On July 22, 2025, Joshua LeBlanc, NASA's team lead for space nuclear propulsion, a man building the nuclear engine designed to carry humans to Mars, died in a vehicle fire in Huntsville, Alabama. 4 months earlier, Russia's special presidential envoy had publicly offered Elon Musk Russian nuclear propulsion technology through Rosatom for the exact mission. February 27, 2026, Major General Neil McCaslin, who commanded the Air Force Research Laboratory and served as an executive secretary of the body that oversees every classified program across the entire Department of Defense, left his Albuquerque home on foot, carrying a .38 revolver. His phone, glasses, and wallet were left behind. He has not been found. In April 2026, NASA veterans James Tony Moffett, 14 space shuttle missions, founder of a defense aerospace consulting firm, was killed with his wife and 2 adult sons when their aircraft went down during a routine refueling stop in South Carolina. They were returning from Research Triangle Park, North Carolina. That cause of the crash has not been released. Now consider what's being built around them. A $5 billion Saudi aerospace fund, the new Aerospace of Defense Technology Fund, was announced the same month the summer disappearance began. It has no SEC registration, no public web presence, and it is registered from a residential address in Rhode Island. On her first day as Attorney General, Pam Bondi, a former employee of lobbying firm representing that fund, gutted enforcement of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. The structure, built to avoid disclosure, became legally protected the same day she took office. The Wall Street Journal documented that Elon Musk and Vladimir Putin had been in regular secret contact since 2022, confirmed by multiple American, European, and Russian officials. Putin asked Musk not to activate Starlink over Taiwan as a personal favor for Xi Jinping. NASA's own administrator called for an investigation. It was never completed. 4 months later, DOGE gave 2 former Tesla employees 24/7 access to NASA's classified systems, including all 13,000 contracts and grants. The man who oversaw every classified program in the Department of Defense retired in November 2024. 4 months later, the private equity firm that had just sold a directed energy company $4.1 billion founded a national security company specializing in intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and targeting. 10 months after retirement, he joined their advisory board. No public post-employment ethics disclosure has been reported. When Congress asked what was being done, the Department of Defense confirmed in writing there are no active national security investigations of any reported missing persons who was current or former clearance holders involved in special access programs. The man who oversaw all of those programs had vanished with a revolver 2 months earlier. And then, on May 23, 2026, 1 week before this video was made, NASA opened the management contract for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory to competitive bidding for the first time in its 90-year history, a $30 billion institution. The NASA administrator who made that decision has $27.5 million invested in SpaceX as NASA's largest private contractor. The scientists who built JPL and held its deepest institutional knowledge are gone. The oversight mechanisms that should have protected them were documented under sworn congressional testimony to have been used against the very people who tried to speak up. Every fact you've just heard is sourced. Every name is real. Every document exists. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a compliant story. This is the pattern.